Okay, I figure I'll film this before I get it dirty. So, it's the Scag V Ride II, brand new with a Kohler Command Pro 25 EFI with a 52-inch deck. And we will go over this thing in full detail and why I have it in just a minute.
I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
So here's the deal. I ended up buying this Scag V Ride II. Now, if you guys remember 2 years ago, I demoed this V Ride II when I demoed the Right Sport X, and I ended up buying the Right Sport X for two reasons. One, because it had a seat that I thought I needed. We've been over that, you guys know the drill, didn't need it. And two, because the Scag V Ride wouldn't hold hills. I complained about it in that video. A lot of people complained on my video, and a lot of people had messaged Scag, and it turned out within like a month and a half after I made that video, Scag changed all the tires on their V Ride II. So instead of the 20-inch tires, they changed them to 24-inch tires, and they made them a little bit wider, which took care of the problem where it wouldn't handle hills. So yeah, so that's the problem. And I mentioned in those videos when I did those demo videos that I liked the way the Scag rode better, I liked the way it cut better, I liked the controls, the comfortability of it, I loved everything about it. But I bought the Right for those reasons. One, like I said, the seat, and two, because the Scag couldn't handle hills. But why did I buy the Scag? I have been having nothing but issues this year. You guys know the drill. If it can break, it will break, and that has been my year. I told you guys in the beginning of the year, my main goal this year was to pay stuff off. I wanted to get my equipment paid off, help my wife pay off our camper, and just pay off a ton of stuff. And it has not worked as planned. It started to, it was going really, really well, and I was really getting stuff paid down, and I had a bunch of money put away because the issues with the dually. I thought I was going to end up having to buy a truck because of the truck I'm driving now every day. If it goes down, I'm screwed. I literally have no way to pull my dump trailer, my mowers, nothing. So it really makes me nervous every day, and that's a whole nother story. We'll get into more detail. You guys keep asking. I'm sorry I haven't just given you the rundown, but that's a whole video in itself, and I'll cover that soon. But turns out I had an issue with the deck on the Toro. It was giving me problems. I figured that out. And I had a leaking hydro unit. I got that kind of figured out for the meantime. It will eventually have to be fixed, but I think it probably could have got me through this year. And then when I finally got all that fixed, I was mowing with it the other day, and I was pretty damn sure I blew a rod. Just a nightmare. I thought that it was done, and I was not going to mess around with the engine, putting an engine on that thing for the thousands it would cost for an engine versus a $1,500, maybe $2,000 the mower's even worth. But I took it to my buddy's shop anyway, and he says that it definitely sounds like a rod, but he would be willing to bet it's probably just the valves. It needs new valves. So we'll see if he can get it fixed. If he can, that'll be a backup, but I couldn't wait. I got a lot of accounts this year. I took on way more than I probably even should have, and I can't just call my customers and tell them, sorry, my mower took a shit. So I had to do something. I cannot sit on them walkers all day. The impact just kills my back. It's starting to affect Billy as well. He's having back problems, so I called the dealer, told him the mower I wanted, and this is what I ordered. So came in from New Jersey, and that's why I have the Scag. So on to the future with this, and we'll just keep moving forward. A couple things have to go here. This has to come off. This baffle, I've showed you guys in many mowers that unbolts, that has to come out. Many people have asked me, the only reason this is in here for, the only reason, is for bagging capabilities. So any mower that has this in, whether it's Scag, Ferris, X-Mark, Toro, it doesn't matter. That's put in there because it controls the airflow so that 90% of everything will come straight out the front here instead of coming out the whole width. That's what that's for. It's for bagging. I don't care what anybody tells you. Ask any manufacturer, that's what they'll tell you. So if you're not bagging with your machine all the time, get rid of that. You will be in love with the way that your deck discharges no matter who makes the deck, okay? Take that out and you'll see a huge difference. This has to come off. I have a grass flap. Many people have told me over the years, buy a grass flap, buy a grass flap, and I didn't because of all the issues everyone complains about with the cables snapping all the time. So from what I hear,
that has all changed. No more snapping cables, but I did order a backup cable just in case. And what I also got with this grass flap is I got the no drill mount. So the mount for this thing will actually mount right in these two spots where this is. So it will not have a, I will not have to drill into the deck at all to be able to mount this thing. Okay, so here's the grass flap installed. They say that you can heat this up to bend it. All I did was drill the holes through and put the inserts on the back side and then just screwed them right in and it pulled it right to it. As far as bending this metal, you got to bend it to match the contour of your deck if you have this style deck. And they said put a pipe in there and bend it. I just put channel locks on it and bent it. I bent it right over. I'm probably going to cut this off right about here. It says you just cut straight down it. I just haven't done it yet. So I cut that off there. I was hitting the pedal and it would come up like halfway, but not all the way. And then when you let go of the pedal, it would just fall back down. So I had my wife come out here and hit the pedal so I could see what was going on. And she suggested just tightening up this spring, which I did, and it fixed the problem. So they say you don't want this cable super tight, but the first 1/2 inch coming out of here and the first 1/2 inch going into the pedal, same thing, that part there, you don't want any bends in it. You want it straight. So I made sure that's straight, wrapped it around, and I zip tied it over there so it's up off the pulley. So now there's plenty of flex in it for when the deck goes up and down. It won't kink anything. What I did was I put it right here. So you just, and that's what I meant. That part there, the first 1/2 inch coming out of there, they want no kinks in there. They said that's why people's cables keep failing. So I tilted it a little bit so that I could run it straight and zip tie through there. So in that way, it's not going to allow this to kink. So you just press it down once and it comes up. Press it down again and it goes down. So let me show you. So you guys will see that part of it down there. I'm going to hit the pedal once. Oh. I lied. It's not coming up all the way. I'm going to have to adjust that spring even more. I don't know why when my wife hit it, it worked. And now when I'm hitting it, it's not. Making a liar out of me. So, all right, so it looks like I have to adjust that spring even more because it's not staying up all the way. So I'll do that. We'll be right back. Okay, so I'm an idiot and my wife is obviously much smarter than me. So I went in the house to get a cup of coffee and I'm like, this thing's pissing me off. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It worked fine when you came out and did it. Now I can't do it. I've adjusted the spring tighter, looser, whatever. It doesn't make any difference. So she came and got me while I was getting my coffee and said, come out here and show me how you're doing this. And she goes, that's the problem, you're doing it wrong. So I was pressing down the pedal and I didn't think I was holding it down too long. Apparently I was. You gotta just real quick, just hit it and let go. So now when you hit it and let go, stays right up. Hit it again, down. Hit it again, up, down. I was holding the pedal too long. I didn't think I was holding it for any more than like a second, but apparently I was. And so my wife figured it out and I didn't. But so it's fixed and I'm an idiot. But now it's done and I'll be super happy to have that chute blocker on there and to have that other baffle. Let me show you guys with it out. This is the baffle I was talking about that bolts inside there. And like I said, it's